Hi everybody, this is Elizabeth with Petals and Parchment. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, thank you for joining me, and if you are a subscriber already, thank you for coming back. So today I'd like to show you how to assemble the Grungy Christmas Flip-Flop Tag Booklet, which is in the shop. Right now it's Cyber Monday today, and this is the deal of the day. You can pick this kit up for $2, but it will return to normal price on the 3rd. So grab that while you can, and let's get started. If you'd like to see a flip through of this kit, I loaded a video just a little bit ago showing you the pages of that kit. So I went ahead and I cut everything out, and I distressed the edges of the tags even more, and I sewed around them. I also inked around the edges with scorched timber, and these are all backed as well. And we're gonna do a tab style binding, which is nothing new, but some people may or may not know how to do it. So what I've done here is I've prepared some fabric. What I did was I just took some of this fabric that I coffee dyed a long time ago, and I tore a piece off, and I just started stamping on it with a script stamp and some stitch stamps and the December 25th date and some coffee stamps. And then what we're going to do here is just tear this into little strips about, I don't know, an inch or so, maybe an inch and a half in width, and we'll see how we like that. Let's see, it's probably not going to tear for me now, is it? So just going to continue tearing some strips. You might hear my kitten meowing at the door, Calypso. She's a less than 3-month-old kitten we just got recently, and she is a little sweetie pie. But man, she is a baby. It's been a long time since we've had a baby in the house. Yes, kitty. Not right now, kitty. She's still learning her name and not to eat the dog's food. Okay, so probably try to get, we'll start with 2 strips. These seem a little big for now, but I just want to test them first before I decide if I'm going to cut them down further. These seem pretty wide, so I think I'm going to cut them down a little bit thinner, actually. But there's, you don't need to do fabric if you don't want to. There's a page in the kit that I actually designed to sort of be tabs. It's this one, so you could just cut strips across and then use that for tabs if you want to print that on paper or print it on fabric. There's lots of tutorials out there about printing on fabric. I'm still pretty new at it, so I don't want to give you too many tips on that, but somebody who's more experienced could probably show you the ropes on that. I do know that you can use freezer paper and iron the fabric to the freezer paper before printing on it, but again, I am not too experienced in that, so I'll let you find a video about printing on fabric if you want to give that a try. Otherwise, just take some muslin or any kind of scrap fabric, Christmas fabric, whatever you have to hand, and you can stamp on it or just cut it into little strips, whatever floats your boat. Okay, so we've got all these strips, and boy, are they grungy. There's little strings everywhere. So I'm going to use Fabri-Tac. That's just because I really like this glue for adhering fabric to paper. And so we're going to start with our first 2 pages here. And you want to have an even number of pages, and on the first one, the first page, we're going to do 3 tabs on the first one, and on the second one we'll do 2, and we'll alternate in this fashion, and I'll show you what I mean here in a second. Seeing if I can try to get that entire December 25th on my cover, but I think I'll save that for something else. I think I'm going to have to go even smaller on these tabs because of the size of the pages of this journal. I don't want them to hang too far over into my front cover because I do want to decorate that pretty soon. So that looks pretty good. So I'm just gonna glue the one side down for my tabs to get started, and then I'll show you how we work on the second page here in just a moment. I've seen a lot of paper artists do this tab binding method. I've done it a few times, but I've never filmed a tutorial. And I really like this method because the journal lays open and flat. Okay, just like so. And then you're going to turn it over like this, and we're going to place our second one here, and I'm just going to cut a little bit more off of this side. And what you want to do is make sure that they line up like so. This one's probably a little too short now. Like this. So what I'm going to do, this is the front of the second page, is I'm going to line it up like this so that they're in between the 3 on the first page. And I'm going to glue those down. Like so. And then I'm going to flip it over, and as you can see, they are more or less staggered. And then I'm going to take the original 3 from the front. I'm actually going to trim these down again now that I can see how long they are. I'm going to take the 3 from the front and wrap them around, attaching them to the back of the second sheet. Like so. Giving that a chance to adhere. And then now we get the third sheet here. And just continue in this fashion. Lining up where the first set of 3 was last time. Gonna trim these wayward strings off here. Last one on the third sheet. Okay, then we're going to go ahead and flip it over and line it up. And we're going to glue the 2 tabs from the second sheet to the back of the third one. So you're just going to continue in this fashion, alternating. Two tabs, 3 tabs, 2 tabs, 3 tabs, like so. And I have a total of 6. So now this one needs to have 2. Once you get going, it's easy to kind of see where your glue marks are from the previous page. Okay, then we're going to flip this one over and we're going to glue the 3 from the previous page to the back of this one. My tabs are getting a little bit longer than I would like, but you can shorten yours or make them as long as you would like. Okay, so we're back to doing a set of 3 again. I'm going to cut this one a little thinner and a little shorter. And you'll just repeat this process for all 6 pages. The last page, I'm not sure if I mentioned, but the last page doesn't get any tabs. Okay, and we're to my last page, my 6th page, so we won't put any tabs on that one. What we will do is glue the 2 to the back of this one. And then, since this doesn't get any tabs, we just finish by gluing these 3 to the back. And voila! We have our tab bound flip-flop Grungy Christmas booklet. I'll go through and probably make sure all of these are glued down. You can sew down along the edges of each of these because it lays so flat, it will go through the sewing machine quite easily. And you can glue, or excuse me, sew down if you'd like to reinforce the tab binding. But yeah, that's your journal structure there. And then I've got all of my pieces cut out already. And the next video I'm going to do, probably in the next few days, is show you how I'm going to decorate mine. But I wanted to, while it's still on sale in the shop, show you a quick tutorial on how to assemble the journal with the tab method. And I think we've done that. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. You can also look up tab binding method on YouTube for lots of other wonderful videos that demonstrate the process, probably much better than I did, but I wanted to be sure to show you the finished project as far as the assembly of the actual journal. and I'm really pleased with it so far. I think it's going to be nice and grungy, and once we get it all decorated up, it'll be pretty special. So don't forget to come back and join me for that in a few days when I get that posted. But for now, I hope you have fun with this project, and let me know what you think in the comments. All right, we'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.